Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new to the channel, I am Senate Steve. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, head over now, Senate_Steve, and you'll see some of the behind the scenes. This has taken probably about 3 hours so far to take some of the pictures that you're gonna see and all that, and I just wanted to kind of include it in a video today, beginning. I don't even know where this video is gonna lead off or go to from here, but I've gotta say, I am digging the color combo of these two trucks. Love the Yukon build. It's epic, it gets a lot of attention, and of course, the F350 is absolutely massive. So without further ado, head on over, follow me on Instagram. Let's roll the footage for today. So back on the XJ, there's a couple things that I wanted to address on this thing, and there's a couple things that I was waiting for that have finally showed up. Number one, I got to give a huge shout out to Rough Country. As always, they've sponsored this build through and through. So we ended up getting chromoly front drive shaft axles for this thing. I've been waiting for these things for like 6 months now. They finally got them back in stock and was able to get me a set sent out. I don't take priority over anybody else. I get in line just like all of you guys do. So look for your axles and all that. If you ordered them from Rough Country, look for them to start shipping soon. From what I hear, they're starting to come back in stock. So the other thing was, you're probably wondering why this fan shroud or these like heat shroud is here. What we're gonna do is we're actually going to put fan, I don't know if it's going to be the big one or the little one. I actually ended up buying them both for 40 bucks at a swap meet. So I think what we're going to do is put a hood or a fan under the hood here. That way we can just go ahead and whenever it starts to get hot or warm, we can extract some of the heat out of it. So we're going to use that to go ahead and do that. You guys do know I don't use this truck for a lot of mud. I just kind of do some rock crawling and off-roading and obstacles and things. So I don't have to worry about water in here. Plus, it's always in the garage, so we don't have to worry about that. So we're going to go ahead and make some fan ventilation for this thing, make a cooling fan so that it sits under the hood. Whenever we flip the switch, it withdraws the heat, extracts the heat, and goes from there. So the other thing from Rough Country, which we've had for a while, I'm not real big on external lighting. You guys also know I don't really off-road this thing at night at all. Actually, I've never off-roaded it at night, so not really a big like lighting type of guy, but Rough Country asked me to go ahead and do their lights and everything, so we're gonna go ahead and get all that wired up. The light bar has been up there, it's never been wired on. Same with the front and rear lights, they actually have never been plumbed in or anything. I just have them basically running to each other. Oh, that one got a little damage, so we're gonna have to fix that before we go. Same with that. Oh, that's actually the plug from this side on that. So these two were just kind of like snuck in here, so we're gonna have to adjust that. Another thing with the winch is I took on a bunch of mud and water. You guys do know this thing has been off-roading a lot, so I had to get in here and clean up some of these terminals. I tried to use the winch the other day and it wouldn't work. I had mud in here from it being submerged underwater. You can tell here. So we just went ahead and cleaned up all the contacts. The winch is actually working now, so we're good to go. Engine and everything, since I put it in, has been running fine. No issues with that. For some reason, this tire was flat this morning, but we got air in that. Coming over here to this side, I'll actually show you why there's a drive shaft down here. Let me grab a creeper here. But the reason there is a drive shaft here is because we ended up losing the rear drive shaft the last time we were out. Not sure how well you can see it there. Let me see if I can get my phone so you can see a little light here. But we ended up breaking off. That bolt ended up snapping, which then just broke the other bolts out of it. I don't know if these bolts all backed out and that's why it did it or what, but that bolt ended up breaking there, and we took out the drive shaft. Other thing, we got to fix the rear shock. As you guys do know, this rear shock has been broken for some time now. It's actually been broken for like our last 3 or 4 off-roading trips. We got to go ahead and get that fastened back up there. I'm not sure if the bolts pulled through or what, but we'll get that secured and get this thing going. But I'm excited to get this thing back out and do some off-roading. So without further ado, let me start building these chromoly axles, and we'll get them tossed in, then we'll get the rear drive shaft tossed in, and then by the end of this video, we're gonna go play. I will admit, I do actually kind of like the way these things look. At first, I was kind of like, man, do I really care about headlights in this thing? But these actually look pretty cool, and they're way brighter, as you can already tell. I didn't do it before and after, but you can see it in the footage there that I shot, the difference. But man, they do actually look way cooler. So all right, let me get the chromoly axles built here, and then we'll start hooking up lighting and everything. And actually, we'll do the chromollies first. I'll do the drive shaft, hook up the shock, do the exhaust, and then we'll start working on the cooling system, or the cooling for the fans up here. I think this fan's gonna be too big. I think we're gonna have to utilize the little one here, but either way, a fan under the hood is definitely gonna be benefit from this. So, oh, and I gotta put my winch back together. So a couple things that I want to go over here. As you can tell, cleaned up this area of the shop. We've obviously got Princess's Focus in here, C5 over here, 450, and GTA. So we've got a lot more room in here than what I'm normally used to having. Same as over here. You can see we've got plenty of room over here. So again, I want to move this truck over here. We'll get to that. I got the shelf over here. We just got to move the transmission and everything over. Then my spare engines and everything will go over there. But let's get back over here to the Jeep. So one of the things I wanted to do with the Jeep is actually get vents for the hood. So I'm going to start with that right now. We're going to cut these out of this piece of metal that I have here. And then I'm going to measure it out here and cut it so that we can get a heat to escape this thing. Because this is one of the issues with XJs, is they hold a lot of heat, and I'm kind of frustrated with it. I'm tired about it. So I think templates, basically what I'm going to do, I don't care that they're not straight. I don't care that they're not perfect. What I do care about is this thing does function and does what it needs to do, and it has to pull the heat out of this thing. So I'm going to basically, I put 4 screws. I'm going to cut inside these screws here so that we can actually then fasten this back down. Cut inside these 4, cut inside these 4, cut inside these 4. And that should actually give us enough heat, or that should give us enough opening to release the heat that we have in this thing. So let me get these back out of here and we'll start cutting the hood. Goon squad there. Choo! Oh boy, or what? Oh dang! Wait, that was joke dirt. I don't really know what that was. All right, well, we got the new vents. Anyway, we got the new vents on here. Obviously, I can already feel the heat coming out of these things. I wish you guys could. I can actually smell the heat too. So smell-o-vision, activate now. You guys don't have that? Okay, well, anyway. This is gonna go ahead and release some of the air. I'm gonna actually probably put a cooling fan behind one of the sides, probably this side because that's where the intake and exhaust is. And then this side here, I'll just breathe naturally. So plugging and chugging, let's get underneath and do the drive shaft. All right, guys and girls. Well, we got this thing, I got the drive shaft done down there. The battery died on the GoPro, so I ended up starting it. I got the fan mounted up here, so I don't know if I want to push the air out or push the air down. So I'm going to have to figure that out. But for right now, if I need to, or before I start going wheeling, I'll end up just plugging this in. But you can tell we got a fan up there. It fits absolutely perfect. It does not intrude with anything up here. We can close it. It's a little tough to close this. you here. Excuse me real quick. You can see here we got the vents on up top. The air is actually coming out really, really good. So I think our overheating issues are going to be resolved. The other thing, I'll just show you here real quick. I went ahead and got the rear drive shaft back in. If you don't remember, the rear shock was actually broken off. So I went ahead and fixed the rear shock. And then if you have an XJ, you know how frustrating these doors can be. I went ahead and fixed my door. So all you need to do is pull it with one finger. I'm excited about that. Now, I did throw in all the lighting that I have here for this thing. I'm probably just gonna wire it up at the house, and I'll show you guys that in a separate video. But I'm gonna take this along with me. We're probably gonna go four-wheeling this weekend, so I'm excited about that. I didn't put the back tray back on yet, but I'm excited. Let's get this thing out here and do a little test hits. Alright guys and girls, well, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here, and I'm apparently gonna go ahead and start off a new video vlog of touring the property, because I knew this was sketchy back here, but I didn't realize it was gonna be this sketchy, and things definitely took a turn for the worse. I'm in actually a really bad spot here with the XJ, but I think we can get out. I should be good. This hill down here is a lot steeper than you think. As you can tell, all of this is what we're going to travel, so stay tuned for the next upload. But that's going to go ahead and end the video for today. The XJ is back. The XJ is up and running. It's not overheating. It's been running for about an hour now, and I've been doing some pretty serious wheeling just on my own property here. So hope you guys enjoy the content. Please comment, like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in an upcoming video. Oh boy, how do I get out of here?